Kanyakumari. It is where three great bodies of water, the Indian Ocean, the Bay of Bengal, and the Arabian Sea meet the Indian subcontinent. Today, south of Kanyakumari, straight as the crow flies all the way up to Antarctica, there is nothing but the ocean. But according to early Tamil literature, there was something. It speaks of antediluvian kingdoms extending back many millennia, of a great body of literature composed in the presence of immortal gods, sages and kings, all lost in a great flood, and of a few surviving texts which it says are from a long and lost tradition of poetic composition. The legend of the lost land is consistent with the entire coastal geography and history of Tamil country. Nearly 800 kilometers north of Kanyakumari, on the east coast, is Mahabalipuram, a busy port in its time about 1,300 years ago. Greek seafarers to South India speak of 7 pagodas in this port town, where only one exists now, the rest lying under the ocean east of this monolith. Elsewhere, in Pumpuhar, apparently one of the world's busiest ports in early history, now just a little fishing village midway between Kanyakumari and Mahabalipuram, remnants exist of a terracotta village square of which early Tamil literature notes there were 7. Again, only one survives. Early Tamil literature identifies Tamil country as the land surrounded by 3 seas and fenced in the north by hills that are part of India's longest mountain range, the Eastern Ghats. Of this land, a part of the Indo-Australian tectonic plate, early Tamil literature says, From the 5 types of landscape, the earliest extant work of Tamil literature, Tolkappiyam, which literally means the old book, draws 5 corresponding types of interior landscape, establishing the basis for the art of interpretation in the relationship between the external and the internal. If Tolkappiyam, a work of phonology, morphology and semantics, is Book 1 of Tamil, Book 2 is a great body of literature comprising 8 anthologies of lyric and 10 long poems, all composed in a pre-state society by a fraternity of some 500 poets who shared to an unusual degree the poetic prescriptions of Tolkappiyam. This fraternity or academy later came to be known as Sangam, and its work Sangam literature. The body of Sangam literature that survives is dated to between 2200 to 1400 years ago. References also exist of 3 Sangam periods, the first one lasting 4440 years, the second one 3700 years, and the third 1850 years. In this lineage, Tolkappiyam is assigned to the second Sangam period, and the anthologies and the long poems to the third, with no extant work assigned to the first. Sangam literature also correlates extensively with the artifactual history of Tamil country, with life, death, and in between, commerce, religion, medicine, rituals. Continuity has been the cornerstone of the history of Tamil. Close on the heels of the Sangam age comes an era of ethical literature, the most enduring piece of work to have come from this period being Tirukkural, the proudest literary legacy of Tamil, authored by Thiruvalluvan in the form of 1330 couplets, each with 7 words, 4 words in the first line and 3 in the next. Didactic literature has had its days, and it is the epic's next. In Tamil, the epic is born not at the seat of the gods, nor in exalted courts or kingdoms, but at the feet of a woman. It is the story of her anklet which becomes the first great Tamil epic. Kannagi, a widowed Kannagi, widowed by an act of injustice by the Pandya king, her husband executed for allegedly stealing the queen's anklet, proves in court her husband's innocence. Kannagi shatters open her anklet to show that it contains rubies, while the queen's anklets are pearls, and then Kannagi rips off her left breast, throws it to the ground, and curses the Pandya capital to be burnt by it, sparing only the good. True to the character of an epic, a living one, the story of the anklet or Silappadikaram is retold in many ways to date. In dance ballet, in folk song, in the idioms of everyday conversation.
செத்த உடனே இந்த அம்மா அங்கே வண்டூர் பட்டணத்தில் இருந்தாங்கல்ல, இவங்களுக்கு துக்கம் கண்டுபிடிச்சு கண்ணகிக்கு தேங்காய் நல்லா உடஞ்சி போச்சு, அங்கே செம்பு தலை குறைஞ்சி போச்சு, குறைஞ்சி போச்சு, ஆமா சொல்லு ஐயா மாங்காவோ உடஞ்சி போச்சு, உங்க மணி அக்கா என் தாலிகளை மின்னடக்கம் அந்த கண்ணகையில் காவேரி கரையில சுத்தஜலம் எடுத்து காவேரி கரையில குமிஞ்சி சுத்தஜலம் எடுத்து இங்கே போனா தெரியுமா அவன் அரமனைக்கே வராங்களா இந்த அந்த முள்ளோ கண்ணகையா அரமனைக்கே வராங்களே அந்த முள்ளோ கண்ணகையா அரமனைக்கே வராங்களே அந்த முள்ளோ கண்ணகையா அரமனைக்கே வராங்களே அந்த முள்ளோ கண்ணகையா அப்படியே ஓடி வந்து என்ன செய்தாங்க தெரியுமா அவ சின்ன தம்பா பச்சரிச்ச
After Silappadigaram, 4 more major epics and 5 minor ones are written before Tamil poetry shifts to devotional content. It is believed that many early Tamil poets were all of the Jaina faith. Tolgapian of Tolgapiam is believed to be a Jaina, and so Thiruvalluvan of Tirukkural and Ilango, who authored Silappadigaram. In the India of that time, the native religions of the subcontinent, namely Jainism, Buddhism, and the Brahmanical cults, were all emerging faiths, and it was Jainism that held the most for Tamil people. दशलक्षण दशधर्माय षोडश भावना कारणाय मगादशियोभ्यो जिनगुण संपद मुक्तिवद कारण स्वरूपाय पंचमगावृद पंचसमिति त्रिगुप्ति पंचाशिकाय षद्रव्य नवपदादशे त्रिंशरत्या साधनाय सर्वदोष प्रासिद्धेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत ज्ञानादि मूलोत्र उत्तरोत्र प्रवृत्ति कर्मरहिताय अनेक संकट संसार दुख निवारणाय श्री कैलासगिरी सम्मेदगिरी संपापुरी बाबापुरी ऊर्जंतगिरी चतुरंजगति गजबंधा मंगी तुंगी तारंगादि परिनिर्वाण भूमि सिद्ध क्षेत्र सिद्धवरगुड सिद्ध समुग गणधर वलय समुगा 8,57,97,481 அக்கர்த்திம ஜன சைத்தியாலயங்களுக்கும் 920,53,27,948 அக்ரத்திம ஜன பிம்பங்களுக்கும் 28 மூலகுணமும் 36 உத்ரகுணமும் 11,000 சீலாச்சாரமும் 84 லட்ச குணவிரதமும் 100 கோடி மகாவிரதமும் தரித்த சப்தரீத சம்பர்ணங்களுமான கணதராதி பரமதேவர்களுக்கு 42 பரமாங்கமங்களும் தரித்த திரையோதிசைகிரிய நிரந்தரமான மகாமுனிகளுக்கும் 8,99,99,997 சர்வ சம்யோததாரிகளுக்கும் நித்தியம் திரிசந்தியா காலங்களிலே திரிகரண சித்தியுடன் திரிபிரட்சணம் வள வந்து விஜயா ஜெயா அபராஜிதா சர்வார்த்த சித்திக்கு மேலே 12 யோஜனை உயரம் சென்ற அளவில் கிழக்கு மேற்கு ஒரு கை ரகலம் வடக்கு தெற்கு 7 கை ரகலமும் ஆகிய அஷ்டம பிரதியாகும். In today's polyethnic Tamil landscape, Jainism has thinned out a great deal, but is alive all the same. There are 52 holy Jaina shrines that survive in contemporary Tamilnadu. Here, in Melchittamur, a Jaina village in northern Tamil country, the domain of Parsvanatha, the 23rd Tirthankara, or liberated soul of the Jaina order of 24 Tirthankaras, sky-clad ascetics, and Tamil poetry and poets like Thiruvalluvan are still celebrated.
பாமனாச்சாரியாருக்கு மல்லிசேனாச்சாரியாருக்கு அகலங்க ஆச்சாரியாருக்கு நமோஸ் நமோஸ் ஜினாய் நம ஜனவராய் நம ஜனவஷபாய் நம அஷ்டகர்மங்களை கெடுத்த அனந்த ஞானத்தை பெற்ற அருகர் பரமேசிகளுக்கும் சித்த பரமேசிகளுக்கும் அனந்த கோட்டி முனிகளுக்கும் நமோஸ் நமோஸ் நேமிநாத பகவான் நமோஸ் வாசுநாத பகவான் நமோஸ் நமோஸ்.
History has it that Jaina monks from the north of India, seeking seclusion that is necessary for the Jaina way of life, travelled south and settled in the caves in southern Tamil country. It is in these caves, the bedrock of early Tamil civilization, that we find some of the earliest Tamil writings.
On the second stone bed in the upper row, Metupatti, first letter, A, In, Thai, E, Ra, Va, Tha, In, Andai, Ravadan.
The script is Tamil-Brahmi, a variant of Brahmi, the first major form of writing to have developed in the Indian subcontinent, which is held to be ancestral to all the scripts in use today, the scripts of both Aryan languages like Prakrit and Dravidian languages like Tamil. Epigraphy has long since suspected Brahmi of having an antiquity beyond 250 BCE in the reign of Emperor Asoka, who ruled the greater India then, which however did not include Tamil country, and whose inscriptions on rock constitute the earliest securely dated specimens of writing in India. In Sri Lanka, however, Brahmi inscriptions have been found on potsherds which are dated to 600 to 500 BCE. Several other findings in Tamil country await scholarly consensus for correspondence to the same period. In the meantime, the complex issue of the interrelationship between Prakrit and Tamil in southern India in the Asokan and pre-Asokan times remain unresolved. Before Brahmi, there was in the script the seals and urns of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, the greatest unsolved mystery of language. Indus script, some say, is Proto-Dravidian. Tamil is Mature Dravidian. Some Tamil petroglyphs resemble Harappa. Mohenjo-daro, on the other hand, speaks some halting Tamil. Tamil, which is part of South Asia's second largest linguistic family, a family of 25 languages including Brahwi in Balochistan, Kuruk in northern and eastern India, Kuvi in Orissa, and Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, and Tamil in South India. It is the post-Sangam period. Tamil sheds all likeness to Brahmi. Vatteluthu, which literally means rounded letters, becomes the identity of the Tamil script. Through this period, the melding of Tamil and Prakrit runs parallel, and other languages like Kannada, Telugu, and later Malayalam, which take the Grantham script as their base. Tamil itself evolves a curvilinear script, distinct from the other very rounded Grantham scripts, and settles into it about 1,000 years ago, evolving continuously since then, but not changing from its core. Parallel transformations take place in art and architecture. Reflective Jaina iconography gives way to colorful Hindu idolatry. Tamil country also sheds its Buddhist spas, leaving but a few traces in and around Kanchipuram, where Bodhidharma, the 28th master of the Buddhist order, is believed to have been born, and near Nagapattinam, from where Bodhidharma left for Sri Lanka on his way to China. It turns out that Tamil country's transition to the Brahmanical cults was not a smooth one. Many later-day temple murals depict Jaina monks exterminated and their literature destroyed. And then, for more than 1,000 years, Hinduism becomes the main identity of Tamil culture.
சைவத்தின் மேல் சமயம் வேறில்லை, அதில் சார் சிவமாம். தெய்வத்தின் மேல் தெய்வம் இல்லைனோ செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர்திரு தேவாரம் திருவாசகம் உய்வைத்தரச் செய்த நால்வர் கொற்றாள் எம் உயிர் துணை.